Oh, yeah, okay.
Hi, folks. We're starting
Hi.
early. Starting
Yep.
2 minutes early. Hope nobody minds. Jennifer there, Gary here. Um,
Here.
yeah. The let's see, new new iPad, and I never imagined it would cause me trouble, but it does. So I had to mute, so there was no music. So I had to mute it, and I think we're okay. But it
Yep.
was making a weird sound. So welcome
Yeah, no more
everybody.
weird noise, so that's
Welcome back.
nice.
Lori, I think Lori was the one that sent me the message. 450 yards, 25 to $30 for a cone of DMC. Thanks for that. I think it was Lori that sent me a message in Instagram.
Yeah, Lori, it's on here too. Lori
Yeah,
Nemeke.
and then in typical fashion, you see a message and then you can't find it again. You know, frustrating.
Yeah.
So, um, anyway, thank you for that. 450 yards. Yeah, that stuff comes up. You know, people probably wonder, well, why don't you know, or why don't you look it up ahead of time? But when you're recording, stuff like that comes up, and we had no plans at all, Cindy and I, to talk about cones of DMC floss, and stuff comes up, and all of our devices are devoted to making a recording, So you just can't stop and look it up, and you want to keep the recording going. You don't want to stop everything and go look something up because then it wrecks the flow, whatever flow we have. So, people probably wonder, why didn't you just look it up? Well, because things come up.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think it's shinier because it goes through the machine less.
You're
There's
probably
less
right.
touching. So all those thread touchers, the fondlers, are just de-shining their thread.
Yeah, you're probably right.
My personal opinion, obviously.
This stuff is beautiful. It's just it's just a nice sheen to it. So, but anyway, for people who wonder why these things come up and we don't have answers, it's not as easy as it seems. Like Cindy and I had a page and a half of topics we were going to talk about. We actually talked about 2 of them. And the rest of it was all stuff that just came up in the conversation as it goes. And cones of DMC were one of them. So,
yeah. Unless you have a separate device that's not being used and you're a fast looker-upper.
Yeah. So that's what happens. We sometimes sound like we are clueless, but it's just the reality of recording stuff.
Yep.
And if we had a producer or a people to look up those facts on the fly, then it would be really cool. But it's me here and Jennifer at her house whenever we do it, or Cindy or Beth, and
Yeah.
The
Sometimes
fact that
I can look it up because I have the iPad handy.
Yeah.
So, but
sometimes the fact that we record with people all over the world and do these live shows and don't have it blow up every other time is amazing to me. So, yeah. So anyway, that's our lame excuse for the night, for not knowing the price and the amount of thread that's on.
Well, we've got to give our listeners something to do so they can participate as well. So
yep. Well,
we're doing you a favor.
Yeah, that's what that is.
We're letting you participate and feel like you belong and you're part of it.
So there you go, Cindy. 450 yards. There's our answer. Cindy probably already looked it up just because she was curious.
She says that on the DMC website, the cones are around 2,279 yards and $60. So it's a bigger cone.
I'll say.
So they must make them smaller. Well, that's kind of nice to know, though. You can buy a smaller cone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to buy a ginormous
2,000
plus yard cone.
Yeah. Okay. 2,279 yards on a big cone. Holy smokes.
$60 about,
You got to need that much thread. Because you take that times 6 strands. Holy smokes, that's a lot of thread.
And what if you only use one strand? I mean, if you use 2, but then if you use 1, it's like
forever. It's a lifetime supply.
Right. Of the same color, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put me right to sleep. So, okay, well, there we have the answer to that. So thanks, folks, for helping us out there. Sunday is Helen Stevens. Now, if you don't know who Helen Stevens is, if you get Inspirations magazine, you know who Helen Stevens is. My fault. There we go. We're back. Oops. Sorry. So I'll start that all over. Oh, jeez. We got it. It's back. Sound's back. My fault.
Let's make sure, since you're having that weird sound issue, let's make sure the sound is back.
It is.
Okay.
It should be. It just takes 15 or 20 seconds to catch up.
I know.
Yeah. So anyway, Sunday's guest, I'll start that over. Sunday's guest is Helen Stevens. She's done a ton of stuff for Inspirations Magazine to the point where there's actually a page on their site of all the Helen Stevens projects. She is an amazing woman, and talking to her was really special. She knows her business 6 ways to Sunday. It was really something. But this is the one that we talked about. We talk about in the podcast that connected me to her work. And I mean, this is, if you know anything about reefs and corals, and this is about as good as you're going to get with needle and thread in terms of realism. It's just spectacular work.
Mm-hmm.
And she does, here's another one from a reef.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean, she's just an incredible talent, just incredible. So, so she'll be our guest. And then there's this one. Now there's a video. She has some videos on YouTube that are quite old, not very many of them, but one of them is how she makes this spider web.
Oh, wow.
Alone, just that alone is worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
Just how she does that. But
does she do it kind of like the way the spider would, where you put in the outside pieces and then and then you go around from the inside out? And... Pretty much.
That's
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool to watch her do that. So there's that one, and then here's a winter one.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
that's gorgeous.
Everything is so realistic. It's just really impressive. Yeah. So that's Sunday.
But yet not too realistic to where you can't tell it's embroidery,
Right.
Like it's got that good balance of it's art that's very realistic, but it's still art.
Yep.
And you're not, it's gorgeous.
Yeah. No, she's special. So she's Sunday, and she's one of those where, like we said in the podcast today, well, actually, when we got done after an hour, we'd only done about half the stuff. And she says, we never got to talk about this, and the other thing. And I said, yeah, I know. I says, will you do another show with us? She says, you bet. So she'll be back.
Oh, nice.
She'll be back in a couple months, and we'll cover more stuff.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she's a special lady. Yep. So that was a lot of fun. Don't miss it on Sunday. That was terrific. Yep. All right, we got to get the. I turned it off so people could see, and now I got to find the. Oh, here it is. I think. Nope. The sign for the drawing. Here it is. Got it. Okay, so drawing tonight. Actually, the winners of the drawings, which you guys have already had your stuff, I'm sure, in the mail a long time ago, but the Rainbow Gallery Threads packages were Beth McGuire, Tim Buckheim, and Jan Reeder. And then Linda McGee won the Avlia Thread Drops and Needle Minder, and Teal Elder won the kit. Those were all sent out, a long time ago. So I'm sure you have them. But just to make it official, those are the people who won the last time. So tonight we have, for those who don't know about the drawing, if there's new people, the drawings are only for people who watch the live show, because we do the drawing right after the show. And the way you enter the drawing is during the show, you send an email to Gary@WeTalkFiber.com. I'm pointing at that part. And then right under Jennifer's chin is the subject line. And so there's 2 drawings. One is for packages of Rainbow Gallery thread, and both of these packages tonight are Neon Rays. These are the last of the packages. These are the final 2. Mm. So Neon Rays, and there's, 10 or 12. What is there? 3, 6. Yeah, there's a dozen cards of Neon Rays threads in 2 packages. So 2 people will win. A couple of these have been used a little bit, but not by much. But most of them are brand new. So 2 people will win each a package of Neon Rays threads from Rainbow Galleries, just stash filler stuff. And so you send an email with a subject line flare to be entered for those. You just put in the subject line flare, send an email to Gary@WeTalkFiber.com, and then in the body of the email you put your name and address, and then you go in a drawing for that. And you must put in the subject line flare. Don't put in flare and Avlia, because that puts you into another place that you're not in the drawing. So just put in flare, all right, for that one. Then if you want to enter for the 2 kits from Avlia, Krista West, again, making kits available to us to give away, then you send a second email, and in the subject line you put Avlia and your name and address in the body, and then that puts you in the second bucket for the drawing for the Avlia ones. You can enter one, the other, or both. Just don't enter twice in any of them. Just enter once in each. One, the other, or both, doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. Now, the Avlia ones are embroidery. So a heads up, so much of Avlia is cross stitch. Heads up, these are embroidery. So if you're not interested in embroidery, then maybe you don't want to enter. But Krista has made available these. She's had her new cushions. Well, she also she made kits. So this is our Athenian palmette embroidery with the hoop.
So gorgeous.
Yeah. And so this embroidery with the hoop. And this is her new bamboo hoop, which is much better than the, no, these are the new, well, these are the new hoops, much better than the old ones in terms of quality and everything else, much better. So it's the Athenian palmette, that design. It's a full kit.
And isn't that all just satin stitch? Isn't it mostly satin stitch?
Looks like satin and backstitch for the most
pretty
part.
Easy embroidery.
Yeah.
Nothing super complicated.
No. I just mentioned that because some people just only want to do cross stitch,
For sure.
And then the other one is Myra Medallion.
Ooh, so beautiful.
So you get the kit. Now she sent 2 of each. She sent 2 of the pillow kits, so it would have a cloth to make a pillow. But once you have this chart, you could just get your own cloth and do a pillow too. But these are just beautiful. So if you send email to the subject line Avlia, then you'll be in the drawing for these 2 kits. And these are thread. It's all DMC floss. These are thread and cloth and the chart and the hoop and a needle. So everything you need but a pair of scissors. Unless you use your teeth. You could use your teeth, right? That'd be kind of gross.
Sure.
Yeah. So those 2.
You filed them down pretty sharp.
So that's our drawing tonight. So 2 of these and 2 kits from Avlia. And here I'll show you well, here we talked about in the podcast today, bold that I'm assuming everyone's already listened to the podcast. This is the Sea of Light border design that we talked about. Just a gorgeous design. That's coming up. It'll be available soon. The Sea of Light.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, and then it makes up. This is how it makes up.
Yeah.
So it's typical in many of Krista's designs in that it makes up so you could sit something in the middle, a small vase or candle or something.
And that's so easily modified to make more. Keep just adding on, You can make it bigger. You could just do the single medallion.
Yep.
I mean.
Oh yeah, you could easily do a table runner, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Just keep stringing them out.
You just need, you have the basic elements there to just keep building it.
Yep. So that's the Avlia, the new upcoming design, Sea of Light border. And that's the cool thing about, you're glad you brought that up. That's the cool thing about a lot of Krista's stuff. Once you have the main pattern, you can do so much with them. They're so versatile. Yeah. So, and a typical thing for a kit for Krista, if you order from Krista, and it's our fault for making you order, please mention Fiber Talk. It always helps. But a typical thing is, here's the thread for that kit, all DMC floss, and then the cloth, and it's serged on the edge, 26 count traditional ground cloth, beautiful cloth, perfect for laying stuff that goes on a table or whatever. But beautiful kits. So if you order from her and get the kits, you're going to get everything you need, and she always puts in a lot more thread than you need. So you won't, that's the thing that always makes me nervous about kits is you make a mistake and then you're out of thread, and she puts in way more than you need, so you won't have any trouble with that.
You can make 2.
Yeah, well, Didn't Beth say that, or somebody say that they finished one of her kits and had almost enough thread for a second one?
Maybe it
So
was Beth.
I think it was, yeah. But it's just beautiful thread, and it is different. I can't get over how different it is from skein stuff. So there you go. AvliaEmbroidery.com if you want to order, but enter the drawing. And as always, thanks to Krista for making stuff available to us. Now, another deal that you want to take advantage of, Sassy Jack's, Kim at Sassy Jack Stitchery, is getting ready to literally move stuff from her basement to the new place. And she is having a gigantic sale. Her sassafras sampler charts are on sale. A lot of other charts are on sale. Hands Across the Sea samplers, a lot of them are only $10. I mean, these are below her cost. A lot of them are only $10, and a bunch of them are heavily discounted. So check that out. If you have some Hands Across the Sea sampler charts that you would like to have, now is the time. Go to Sassy Jack's and order them, because you're going to get them. You're going to get them really cheap, like $10 because those are typically $30. I mean, they're always expensive anyway, but typically $30 or something. But a lot of them are $10. So pound on Kim if you're looking for that and other charts, and then of course the sassafras line is some really beautiful stuff. So Sassy Jack Stitchery, and I think she's running that all this week. I think that was the last post I saw. Because she put it up on Cyber Monday on Monday, and it looked like it was only Monday. And then I called her, and she said no, she was going to run it all week. So all this week, order up, and again, mention Fiber Talk. I really appreciate it if you mention Fiber Talk. But you can get yourself several charts for not a lot of money, and really, in effect, help Kim out, because it's less inventory she has to move, and it's more space for new stuff in the new place. So a pound on that. And then the Cosmo Thread Club that she was doing before the pandemic, or at some point, and it stopped, she's renewing that. So if you're interested in getting in on the Cosmo Thread Club, you can sign up for that too, because that's getting renewed. So good deals to be had at Sassy Jack Stitchery. Hunt them down, but be quick about it, because I think it all ends on Friday, if I remember her thing. So, hats charts for $10, man, that's a good deal. So help clean her out.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so Sharon A says that Krista does include plenty of thread, and she got a grab bag of fabric, odd sizes, but very nice, and found a use for all of it. So is that grab bag something that you buy? Is that something that's for sale, or did she just throw it in?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that a purchase item on the, like, here, take this grab bag of scraps? Like, so tell us, did you purchase it, or did she just throw it in?
Yeah.
We all want to know.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Because, like from quilting websites, they'll have a scrap bag. So they'll have like their last little bits.
Yeah.
And you just pay for a scrap bag, and you get a theme, but you just get whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if it's Kristen's doing the same kind of thing, but I don't know if it's a pay for thing or if she just threw it in.
Yeah.
Or if it was like you ordered so much and you got it thrown in. I don't know.
Got me. Yeah. But that's pretty cool.
Tell us, Sharon. Yeah.
Build that stash.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandy says she saw the grab bag on her deal and wondered. Okay, so it is she has them for sale. Okay.
Okay, so when she gets down to the end of the cones that are 2,279 yards, she's got some left. Yeah. Well, hey.
That's cool.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, okay, so there we go. So do it now. Enter in the drawings if you want, so you don't forget. I'll remind you at the end of the show, and it'll be up there, but just so you don't forget, if you want to be in on the drawings. And then that Sea of Light, I don't know when it's coming out. I know it's soon, because she sent me pictures. The pictures I showed you are the pictures for the chart. And so it's got to be really soon. I mean, she sent me a full kit, so I don't know
Hmm.
if you can pre-order or not. I don't know if she does that, but anyway, if you want that one, that's a beaut. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, and those grab bags would be fun because you kind of know the colors. I'm sure it's just a mix of whatever colors, but
right,
you know her palette. So if you had some other cross stitch or something you wanted to do, but you wanted the same colors,
yeah,
you substitute them.
yep, yep.
It could be fun.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, compliments on your scrunchie. There we go.
Why, thank you. It is a silk scrunchie. I got like a pack of 6 on Amazon for like not a lot of money.
All right.
Because, scrunchies are back, Gary. I know you want some scrunchies.
Yeah, because I can use a scrunchie. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I
Some
wear
little
out
bitty
those.
ones. You can put some
Yeah,
little tiny
yeah.
pigtails.
Yeah, I wear them out. Oh, I absolutely wear them out, no doubt. Yeah,
For sure.
and I only use silk scrunchies.
Well,
I'm a
yeah, because you
very
got to
much an
protect your
elitist.
hair.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, well, it's to protect your hair and not break it. Because this hair down here is old. It's been here a while. Got to protect it. Oh, there went my light.
Uh oh. What is this, Kathy? Adjustive frames are available again? No. Somebody contacted me and I put him in touch with Gary about doing that. I wonder if that's who did it. Ooh, please post information.
Yeah.
No, because that's
Hello Kitty.
oh, that's great news. Where did you find? Yeah, please, Kathy, please post something so we can all know where to go for that. Because
Oh,
those,
that your adjuster frames. Like
yeah,
the ones from the guy?
right, right.
Maybe somebody bought him, like,
Well, when he
bought
went
his
when he went out of
method or,
business, when he went out of business that night, somebody we had an exchange, and I gave him the information to get in touch because they were interested in picking it up and
buying
doing
it,
it.
right?
And then I never heard any more because that's his idea and his design as far as I know. So
Right.
maybe they're doing it. Oh, that's fantastic news.
Yeah. He might have sold it and been like, yeah, I give you
Yeah,
permission to keep going,
yeah. Oh, that would
like
be
selling the
terrific
copyright and all that.
because that is such a great
Cool.
design. Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm going to grab my plug. Hang on a minute.
Okay. Yeah, Kathy, please, whatever you can post about that would be great. Fantastic.
Okay.
What
Because
are we
I'm going
looking
to
at?
plug,
What?
huh?
What? Oh, your battery died. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my halo like you said to do and
oh, okay.
charge it because I want it back on.
Yeah.
This off.
So they're looking for Ann Roberts' hats design.
Oh, I have the ones. I bought the ones that I wanted ages ago, so I'm
Well,
good.
Cindy got a price list. What? I'm on the list. What the heck? Now I'm offended. Well, that's
How do I
excellent
turn this thing
news. That
off?
is really excellent news.
There we go.
Because in
Ta-da!
Facebook where though, Kathy? Because I don't go to that many places in Facebook.
I know I'm a bad Facebooker. I've been bad social media all around lately.
Chili Hollow has just frames on site. Okay. That's good news. Wow. Because I really was sad that he quit making those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm checking it
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yep. And I'm using my halo to charge, like you said,
Yeah.
and wearing it down because you
Yep.
said it has to have exercise.
You
Somebody
do.
around here is getting the exercise. At least it's the halo.
Your battery, not you. Okay. Yeah, you need to work
Yep.
those things every now and then. Yep. Run them down. I saw those lights like Jen has on sale at my local art store.
Cool.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
daylight, and it's the rechargeable.
Yep.
So, ta-da!
I had one that you had to plug in all the time. I gave it to a friend, but the rechargeable
Mm.
ones would be better. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of places now they don't allow you to plug in.
Right.
because they don't want cords all over. It's a fire hazard, I'm sure, and
Right.
tripping and fire.
Yep. But yeah, if you go to a lot of events though, get that Halo battery like Jennifer has. That
Yeah,
thing is those things are fantastic. So
but you can't pack it in your luggage. You have to take it in your carry-on, right?
right,
Because
that's right.
it's the
Yep.
lithium or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. They won't question it if you
You don't
take it
want to
on
bring down
board.
your plane.
But they're the Halo Bolt 58830,
Right.
and you can get it in cool colors like Jennifer, or you can just be boring like
Yeah,
me.
mine's pink because
Of course it is.
pink is life.
But that's the one 58830, and you can get them several places. But that's the one, and then it has 2 USB ports in the front. And you see that car thing? It literally comes with jumper cables for, and you can charge your car. Somebody here actually charged their car on a trip.
Oh wow.
Because we talked about that several weeks ago. But there it plugs
Mm-hmm.
in there. But then it also has on the end. Then see it has a regular
Right.
receptacle plug. That's what Jennifer's using to charge her. Are you using
Well, no, I'm
USB or
using
using
the
USB?
USB. I
Okay.
think this plug is for charging this thing.
No, no.
Because I
You
tried
can.
plugging in my thingy, and
This
it
is
wasn't doing it.
This is for charging your thing. No, it won't do it there.
Oh.
You got to.
Hmm.
This
Yeah.
charges. This is where you charge your
I
thing.
see. But yeah,
Yeah.
because it's right next to the battery. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. No, this is
Duh.
to plug in. You can plug in other lights or anything here,
Oh, right.
and then on this end it has the handy flashlight too. So
Ooh, it does.
come on,
Oh, check
Jennifer.
that out.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you
these
know.
things, yeah, get these. If you do a lot of events, get
That's
one of
cool,
these
like,
because
when you're in your hotel and your little phone light's too weak, you got this big old beast.
yep,
'Cause that's a
Yep.
big old light.
yep. These things are fantastic. But you're exactly right, Jennifer. Carry them on. Do not put them in your checked luggage. Do not, because
Yeah.
they're big old lithium batteries, and it's illegal, I think. But it certainly is
Well,
dangerous.
because they explode.
That's kind of why. That's kind of why.
I mean, somebody I know had to do some experiments with that, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they are flammable." No
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, it's not a. But yeah, this is comes in a handy bag, and you get the charging thing. That's what you charge it with,
Mhm.
and then you get a
Right.
set of jumper cables too.
Yeah, it's all they have stuff. It's all in the bag over there.
Yep.
So,
Get one.
so
Now
I got
jump-
an Apple Watch.
What did you?
Check it out.
See,
You can
Dee Neely.
change-
Just a second. Dee Neely jumped her Jeep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, it works. Yeah, people say it. So you got an Apple Watch. You're cool.
Yeah, so you can change the faces on it, and
Mhm.
there's this one kaleidoscope one, and you can pick your own picture. So I picked my Tamari.
There we go. Oh, look
Check
at
it
that.
out. Isn't that the best? Yes.
Oh man,
Oh
that's
my God,
cool.
isn't that gorgeous? It's like
That is-
for Christmas.
That's excellent.
I know. Isn't
Well
it the
played.
awesomest thing ever?
Well played.
But it's a good way to use your Tamari pictures.
Well played.
I had to show it because I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Oh, that's great. Good one. Yeah.
But I got it for helping me exercise.
For helping you exercise?
Yeah,
Oh.
because there's like this whole fitness thing. And then you close your rings and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And then, of course, I got it and I exercised one day and then I was sicky poo for like 4 or 5 days.
Well, that didn't work so well.
Right? I know. So I got to get back to it.
Yeah.
So,
Sassy Jack's grand opening January, February is the latest word. January, February, sometime in there. When I talked to Kim the other day, they had big slabs of concrete poured over the weekend, last weekend, I think it was. And they were down to a couple of sinks and some doorknobs and just some things. But the fact that she's having a sale to start to start reducing inventory tells you that she's very close to moving into that place. But I'm sure setting up a store after it's been in her basement for what, 3 years, 2.5 years now.
Seems like forever.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna take a minute, and then she's got to figure out all her systems and stuff. So,
Right.
but the projection is January, February, sometime in there, and
Yeah.
she'll finally be open, which will be fantastic.
Yep.
Uh,
And you know what else your watch does? See, Inherited, she closed her rings today. It tells you, if you want it to, that you need to stand up.
oh,
And because, I sit on my butt a whole lot, and that's
hmm.
becoming a problem. So it's like, stand up.
So you need to be reminded to stand up. Okay.
Uh-huh. Sometimes. And I'm like, okay. I get up. She's very bossy, this little watch.
I never used that part of it. I use it
That's
for
why
other
I
things.
got it mainly. I got it for the exercise portion. And I like the way it tracks my sleep too. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I use that. Hey, I'll tell you a fun thing about Apple Watches. Yesterday it was really warm here, 60 plus degrees. So we turned the furnace off and had some windows open and stuff. And we went to bed about 3 in the morning. Man, it is really cold because a cold front came through. Man, it is really, really cold in here. What is wrong with that furnace? And then I realized we hadn't turned it back on.
Oh, right.
But I'm in bed, but you don't really want to get up because it's really cold. I just flip my watch on because I have my watch connected to the thermostat. Turn the furnace on.
Oh. You have the whole smart thing going on.
That's right. Yep. Furnace came on.
I'm not that advanced in my house.
Furnace came on. Never had to get out of bed. It was excellent. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Inherited closed her rings today. All right. That's a good one.
Okay.
Still waiting for information on the adjuster frames.
You might just have to go Google it.
Okay.
Somebody said something. They said something about...
It was on Facebook, but I don't know where on Facebook.
Oh, Chili Hollow Needlepoint?
Oh, that's right. I wrote that part down, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's really cool.
I was like, I saw.
I got to connect with those people because we need to talk about that. So,
ow.
Yeah.
Sometimes these glasses just... So, like my eye doctor, I keep forgetting to go get this prescription, but because I got sick right after he gave it to me, there's this prescription out that you can take for your close-up vision that you may not need your glasses so much for close-up for like 6 to 10 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's been FDA approved for like a couple years. Yeah, so, and I need to go fill it and see if it works. Because sometimes these just get too tight. Like, hurts. But yeah, so I'm curious.
Thanks, Cindy. I'll look for it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 or 3 sizes that I should have bought and didn't. And I just soon fill those in, yeah. Yep.
Cool. Oh, I finished some stuff.
So we can look it up. It's up above, Gary. I gave you the email address.
Oh.
I must have blown by while we were doing something else.
There was a lot of stuff came in really fast. It was like boom, 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 boom. Everybody was posting. Let's see.
Counted Needlepoint Nation, Regina Louise. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's that Facebook group.
Right. And I happen to be a member of that.
Nation. Yeah, I am too.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. I see it.
Well, Cindy said it anyway, so I'm covered now. I'm excited about this. So, don't Jennifer. Black Thread Studio.
The eye drops?
I don't know. I assume that's
what she means. Bad experience with the eye drops?
Her picture looks... It's Black Thread Studio. It's Kelly. It looks like she's holding her eyes, so maybe...
Oh, she got something going on there.
But maybe you need to think twice or do some research on that.
Oh, I work for eye doctors. They don't recommend the drops. Huh.
Oh.
Higher pressures. Higher pressures of what?
Ooh, and eye pressure?
Air pressure? I don't know.
May have issues with interocular pressure, maybe?
Maybe.
I'm going multi-syllable on that. I don't know if it's inter or intra, but ocular pressure is not good. Yeah. research, Jennifer, before you go
I
playing with
know.
drugs.
Well, I know, especially with your eyeballs, right? I did
Yeah.
get the LASIK, you know.
Yeah.
So, and one of the most common side effects is headaches. Who needs more of those around here?
You. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about trying it. I'm not sure.
There. See, I was right. Thank you.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
All right. Yep. Don't play with drugs. There you go.
No, nobody does. Of course not.
That's my pro tip of the night. Don't play with drugs. So okay, so you have stuff to sell, stuff to show. So let me put
I
you on.
do. I do.
All
I have
Jennifer all the
stuff.
time here. Hang on just a second.
Ooh, exciting. Make sure it's not muted because
You're
we
not.
do things. Okay.
Go.
So I did the country cottage needleworks. I can't think. November. I got that done.
That's nice.
Isn't it
So you
pretty?
got all 11 months
Cute.
done now, right?
Yes, I just have December to do, which I haven't started yet because the housewifies came out with these city Christmas things that my brain just went on fire and I just have to do them. So I started and I'm doing mine all together in a row, not
Mm.
separate. And it's on that opalescent Ada, the shiny stuff. Is
Oh,
it
that's
shiny?
one of those things where you have a building and another building and another building and
Yeah.
you know.
So I just my brain sometimes takes over my life and is like, you must do this now. So this is 2 days.
So that's going to be just a long string of little houses and buildings.
Yeah, there's four.
Oh, okay.
And they're cute. And it's on 18 count, so it's tinier. They always do 28 count, 48, whatever.
Hmm.
And then I sewed the binding on my little mini quilty.
Oh yeah.
This is up.
Yeah.
Ta-da! All hand pieced, hand sewn,
Beautiful.
and hand quilted. And I even sewed the binding on by hand, which I have never done. I've always, then you turn it and flip it and you sew this part under by hand.
Hmm.
But I've never sewn the main part on by hand. So this is 100% by hand, no machine at all.
You are so old school. I'll tell
I
you.
know. Look at my quilting. Look how
That's
pretty it
that's
is.
very cool. Yeah.
That's
That's
very
neat.
nice.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Ta-da!
So is that like a set on the table, put something on top of it thing?
I need to put little loopties on the back, which I haven't done yet. And Chris fall's over, so it'll be another 2 years before I get the loops on, so I can hang it up on my little quilt hanger.
Oh, I see. So that's what that's for. Okay.
Yes.
Nice. It looks great.
And then I sewed. See, here's how you sew the binding on. And then you have to trim all this extra bits off.
Oh.
And then you flip it around and you hand sew it onto the back after you trim all this off.
Oh, okay.
So this is we have those radiator covers. And
Oh
this
yeah.
will go on the radiator cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll put stuff. And those are all, I did English paper piecing stars. And then I appliqued them onto this after, I sewed the base together. And then I appliqued them on top because some of them overlap.
Yeah. Looks great.
And then I hand quilted that too. Ta-da!
Wow.
And then I just have to finish the binding. And I really need to cut this stuff off and work on it.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And
wow.
I still have all those ornaments in the basement that I need to finish fully finishing and add the little ribbons on. The Farmhouse Christmas by Country Cottage or Little House, whoever, one of them. They're all done. They're all on the little frame thingies. They just need all their little bows and stuff. They've been down there for 2 years, and this is going on year 3.
Okay, it's starting to sound lame now.
Yeah, somebody needs to get her butt down the basement and get to work.
D, she hangs the mini quilt on some quilt hanger thing.
Yeah. And then I'm doing the home.
Wait a minute. It seems like there was another question. Oh, here.
I don't know.
With the drops, your near vision is better during that time, but far away vision decreases. I was driving, so she couldn't take. Oh, Kelly was being safe, so that's impressive in its own right. So
yeah, because it does say something about you have to be careful with the machinery until you get used to them, and it may not ever work for you. It just depends on how you react to them. And
Ugh, I'm passing.
but I'm doing the home is where the wreath is too. So here's the H by the housewivies.
Oh, I don't know.
You do HOME, and the O is a wreath that changes. It changes every month design, and I thought it was cute, and I wanted to do it.
Well, then you can.
So,
Well, that's cool.
so I'm working on that.
So the O is a wreath for different seasons then.
Right, and it's got
Okay.
different, different season, different months.
Yeah.
I'm doing on Black Ada. I think I'm doing 16 count, so it's a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, even though it's just Ada, it's still hard working on Black Ada. Because I'm doing 16 count, I'm using a 26 needle. And this needle likes to poke in the side holes of this Ada. It's really soft Ada.
Oh.
So you have to be careful you don't miss the hole and get in that little side thread. Constantly having to take it out, fix it. Even with bright light. It's like, oh my gosh.
That's kind of a cool idea, though, to have a wreath that changes. Yeah. This is okay. This is big. This is big. I need to get finishing. This is becoming the battle cry of the needleworker.
Yes.
I have stuff finished. I need to finish it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a basket over there that is piled. Stuff that I finished like in 2018 that still needs to be just put on something and displayed. Christmas stuff. Like, so bad. It's because of this mess right here. Ready? See this chaotic mess?
Mm-hmm.
This is a problem. It's all in the way.
I'm not going to ask whose fault that might be, but
it's Sophie's. Sophie did it.
Yeah.
You know, my little blind dog.
It's the fault of the miniature blind dog. Yeah. Yeah. The 10-pound blind dog. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sophie did it. Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I've done some stuff.
Yeah.
I've just been a very bad social media poster. I haven't posted it.
It's not always a horrible thing.
I know. It's just, sometimes it's like, it's enough for me just to be able to do the stuff. And then I think of posting it and I get very overwhelmed and like, oh my God, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, that's more than I got done because I've been moving along on my my banding here.
That's so pretty.
Yeah. Thanks.
Super gorgeous.
Yeah, so this is going to be alphabet. Then there's a big flower pot, a Bristol sampler flower pot that I think is like 100 threads high. And I think I'm going to put that there and then put a couple little motifs on either side.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's time to have something big.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I think we need something big.
How long are you going to make it?
Well, here I'm going to take it out of the thing. So we can address that question.
Ginny Beyer. I have the Ginny Beyer how to do hand making quilt book. That's how I learned how to hand quilt, hand piece. It's probably the one you're talking about. Who is that? Nooper. Yeah.
So
I have the Ginny Beyer book.
No.
Okay.
That's the one. That's the one. Huh? So this is enough to attach it to the spool.
Right.
And then I got that much more, which is.
Now on the bottom, are you going to do a triangle thing, or are you just going to do it flat?
That's a good question.
If you're going to do the triangle thing, you need to fold it now and be prepared. So.
So I got about 10 inches. So anyway, that's where it's at. So I think I need that big Bristol sampler flower pot right there.
Yeah.
And then continue just to break it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it is about time.
Yeah.
You got a lot of small stuff there. It's time for something bigger.
Okay, so if I did that, then.
Right. So and you got to make sure that little I'm pointing at it on the screen. You got to make sure your little pointy there isn't raw edged like that.
Oh.
Because see, that looks messy. So you got to
So I got to fold it and then fold it.
And fold, so that you have a nice.
So like that.
Yeah.
and iron it so it's flat and all those
Well,
things.
probably have to tack it on the back, but after you stitch it, so you might have to like make little. You don't want to draw on it. You could make little hair marker lines. I don't know, or put pins. You could put pins
Yeah.
to
Okay,
mark.
so that changes the game then. So that
Right.
means I got about 8 inches.
Because you could stitch down into the triangle part, but you need to know where your side parts are.
Right.
You know?
No, I got about 8 inches of length now if I do that. But I think the point
Right.
is what I want to do, isn't it? Don't you think?
I don't know. It's up
I
to
think
you.
I do.
My one that I did, there's no room for the point, so it'll just be hemmed under.
'Cause I don't know. I mean, that's.
It just depends on what you want to do.
I think I want a point.
Because a lot of
So
times with the point, then you can have a little tassel or something hanging off the
yeah,
bottom.
that would be cool. All right, that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do. So all right, so I got about 8 inches of stuff. Yep.
Cool.
I'm really upset. This right at the top of the Bible. You can see it. It's coming loose. It's like, come on.
Oh, is that where it's at?
I don't know how it slipped out. I mean, I'm really picky about making sure stuff is anchored. So who knows what happened there?
Yeah.
It was probably a pin stitch that I didn't get anchored right. So
Those
anyway,
have always, I mean, I can do them and I've done them, but they make me nervous. So
yeah.
unless I really have to do it, I do the lay it flat and stitch over it.
Oh, well, see, this is over one. So sometimes the pin stitches, I've been kind of doing 2 or 3 half stitches and coming back and anchoring them that way. So that might have been how it came loose. But anyway, I'll just tear it out. I'll just tear it out and do it again.
Yeah. Put your urn in the point.
Hmm?
You have to plan something for your pointy. And an urn that's like something that's a V shape, you know?
Oh.
Ooh, that would be pretty to put like some sort of an
Oh.
urn with maybe some flowers coming out of the pointy, you know?
Yeah, I got to see. Now I got to get the urn out. Let's see. Because it was a big old thing.
Mm.
So put that down at the bottom instead. Huh?
You might have to do a little planning here at the end to see
No.
where everything fits. Yeah.
No.
You have to do math,
No planning.
measuring,
Slop through, please. Oh no, where is that thing? It's a giant thing because I was gonna. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one right here. See, because I was debating whether to do the squirrel or the urn,
Oh.
and the urn is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, it's 100. 100. I'm not going to show the chart because it's the whole thing.
Right.
It's 100 wide by or high by 65 or so wide. So that'll.
Does it V much, or is it kind of more? Put the picture back up again.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have
So you
that.
can see it.
Yeah. So no, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't really V. So you could put that one there and then find one that does more of a V shape to put down on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like a basket or something, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something in these multiple charts. So okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I'm glad you brought that up because now I'll pin down that thing so I know where I'm going to be at, and then I'll mark it with some threads.
Oh, there you go, threads.
I'll just mark it so I know where I have to stop.
Right.
So, well, I just shortened up the project quite a bit. Well played. Let's see. The best part when you see someone else is finished, but forget you have finished it ages ago. Oh, okay. Jenny Byer's shop in my area didn't close. Her website was just.
I didn't know Jenny Byer. I knew she had online stuff. Yeah, she has a quilt making by hand book or something like that, and it's like this big old book that shows you how to do all the hand piecing, like everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Carrie, but I don't want to do the squirrel. I was going to do it. And...
Did you do the red? You've done squirrels, right? Like
Yeah,
you've done Red February and stuff.
Well, I didn't do that, no. But see, even the squirrel is and it's pretty flat. So
Yeah, it's
but,
pretty wide, and yeah, you got to find something that does the same kind of a V. It's like what
yeah,
45-degree angle basically.
yeah, yeah. And I don't really want to do the squirrels, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Um.
Yep.
Anyway, so okay, well, that's a good thing. So some progress there. So I got
Cool.
to fold this and then V it off and pin it down, and then that'll tell me, and then I can put a basting line across.
Right, or however.
Yeah, just so I know,
Oh,
when,
yeah.
just while I'm stitching, and then I'll know where to stop before that.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you can plan where to put your little motif that you're going to put in the bottom of the pointy
yeah, yeah.
if you're going to. That could be cool.
Planning to go to Sassy Jack's opening. Yes, we are planning. Somehow we're going to get there within short order of the opening. I don't know if it'll be the day, but yes, a
I'm
road
going
trip.
Jamaica at the end of February.
Well, she should be open by then. So anyway, yes, we're hoping one, two, or three of us hoping to be there for
Yes.
early in the opening to participate in the fun. Had to take out a
Yep.
pin stitch ending today. Was going to cover the ending, but made a mistake prior. Yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes pin stitches are not the best option. Yeah,
Yeah.
not always the solution. Especially like this over one. You know, if it's over two, and you can split the cross, then you can get it
Mm-hmm.
anchored pretty well. But over one,
And
you kind of have
silk's
to.
slippery. Like
Yeah,
I've done on my butterfly lace mandala, I've tried it a few times, and that silk is so slippery. You think you've got it in there good, and you give it a little tug, and poof, it comes right
yep,
out, and I'm
yep,
just like, mm.
yeah,
So I just do the drag it across, and I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I do a lot of
It
away
makes me
stitches. Yep,
nervous.
yeah. Yes, Kathleen. As soon as we know, you'll know. I will say to you though, if you have a Facebook account, go to become part of the Sassy Jacks group because I'm sure that's where it'll get posted first.
Yeah,
As
and
soon
I
as we
mean, if
know, we'll talk about it a lot. But join that Facebook group because I'm sure that's where Kim will post pictures and everything.
right,
Um,
and I mean, if you don't like Facebook and you don't want to get involved, and you don't have to, you can just have your own little private account and just join the cross stitch groups you want to join in,
yeah.
and don't have any friends. You can make all your info private. Like
Block
you can
everything.
be,
Yep.
yeah, you can be just I am just a little spot here. Do make it though. Some groups they need to be able to see that you're legit, so you got to figure that out. But usually it's by answering questions, and then they'll know whether or not
Yeah.
you're real. So,
Yeah. But you
but
can.
like on
Yeah.
Instagram, like I block everything on Instagram that's not a legit person. So if you've got to at least have a picture in there and say like cross stitch or something, because if you have some weird name and I can't tell that you're real, you're getting blocked
Yep.
and you won't be seeing anything.
Yep.
And I get multiple men every day that just want to follow me, and I'm like, no, because all those robot men out there just want me. So
But I get not on the Fiber Talk account, but on my personal Instagram account, I am
mm-hmm.
forever getting women.
Yes. Yeah,
Like
and they're robots. It's a robot. It's a
yeah,
bot thing.
I
They're
just
just
block them
fishing.
all. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I block multiple things a week. So, but if you're a legit person that just doesn't want to have, you just want an account to follow other people like that, just make sure we know that you're real and that you're interested in cross stitch and crafting and stuff. You can put it in your little. Otherwise, you're getting blocked.
Yep. But yeah, no, that's a good
Yeah.
point. A lot of people don't realize you can be on Facebook and have nobody have
Right.
access to you. You just
Right.
go into
And
the
not
privacy
interact
thing
at
and
all.
you just block everybody, and you can
Mm-hmm.
then use Facebook and not have to worry about people getting to you. Yep, just block
Right.
everything, shut them all out. Yep.
And if all you want to do is participate in a couple of groups, that you just participate there and block out the rest of the world.
Yep.
So,
So
because for
here,
years I did not do Facebook because it it fed into my depression, anxiety too much. It was not good for me. But then everybody's doing this on Facebook and that on Facebook. So I wanted to join in the groups.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, I'm going to get on Facebook. and I know how to manage it now to where it doesn't upset me.
Yeah.
And say like you have a relative that posts all sorts of stuff that you don't want to see all their crazy stuff, you can still be their friend and you go to the following and you can click to unfollow them. You will stay their friend, but you won't see all their crazy posts.
Yep.
So then you're not unfriending them, but you don't have to see, like, sometimes people just post stuff. You're like, oh, I don't want to see that.
Yep.
I'm very picky about what comes through my social media feeds. Very picky.
Yeah. You have to be. You have to be
Yeah,
after it.
because my mental health is more important.
Well, and
So,
if you're seeing a bunch of memes and all those postings of sayings and stuff, pay attention to who's posting those, because 9 times out of 10 it's one or two people who are putting something up every 3 hours, and those people are blocked immediately because they just fill up everything. Yep. Yeah, but you can have Instagram
yeah.
and Instagram you can make private and only let people in who you want. And you can effectively do that with Facebook and just shut everybody out and then enjoy the needlework groups without fear
Being
of
pestered
other
to
things.
death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yep. It is. Let's see. So I'm going to put
So, what else?
my initials down there. Two
There you go.
crossbred. Yeah. See, there's some ideas. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad that helps. Now I know how I'm going to end that off.
Yeah, cool.
Josie only waited for me to follow what my son's up to.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to follow, yeah, but if you don't want to get all the other stuff that comes with it, there is a way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ruth Allen, just make your Instagram account private.
Mm-hmm.
Just switch it to private, and that'll eliminate a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Then it's only people you
Mine's
allow
public. I don't mind my being public, but I do a lot of deleting and blocking of people.
in. Yeah, same here.
So,
Mine's public, but boy, people get blocked like right now.
yeah.
I don't mess around. Yeah.
And even then, sometimes people put comments like they do, like, they're, oh, you're so beautiful, and this, and you're like, whatever, block, because it's one of those fake man accounts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to like delete the comment off. It's not that hard. I mean, I don't get that many, but
Right. Yeah, I can't believe what some people post. I follow half dozen female cyclists, endurance cyclists and pros and that kind of thing on Instagram. And sometimes they'll post stuff that gets posted that guys will post. It's like, it's just creepy. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
She's a cyclist and she's talking about cycling. What is this other garbage? But I guess some people can't help themselves. But yeah.
I don't know. There's all kinds out there. I just keep them away from me.
Yep.
As much as possible.
You don't need it. Yep. No.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Oh, that's right. I was gonna show. Beth got me thinking the other day when she was talking about her inventorying her stash.
Oh, right. And her stitching, her works in progress, I think she was talking about too.
Yeah. But I was going to show here. Let me see if I can put this on and see if it functions.
Oh, like the app thingy that she uses?
No, I use this a lot. This is called Good Notes.
Oh, okay. Make sure you didn't mute it.
No, I didn't. No.
Okay.
This is called Good Notes. Good Notes it's a Mac and iPad only software, and I think you buy it for to have full capability. You buy it for $10, and what it does is it's note taking and all kinds of things that you can do. And what you're seeing here are notebooks. So you make these notebooks, and then in them, then you this is a conference I went to a couple weeks ago. So all the talks. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I was going to show, because this shows better here.
So you use one of those little special pens and you just wrote on there like you would a notebook, but without using paper.
Right. So you make these notebooks, And then this is for the conference I went to. And so you make notes when you hear a speech or whatever. You can type
Mm-hmm.
in, you can color. Uh, here's where's that? Here's one where it was a lecture with PowerPoint, and so I took
Oh,
pictures.
right.
I took pictures with my phone, and then it transferred over
Oh,
the internet, and then I can drop them right in next to the notes.
well, that's pretty cool.
And you know, and you can draw. You can do all kinds of things. Put in pictures. Put in drawings.
Right.
Whatever. Um, and you can transfer like documents, Word documents, or Excel if you have a spreadsheet or something. So you can put them all in, and it's just very cool. And then what this does is on my iPad is where I use it the most, but then it also is on my phone. I can't
Mm-hmm.
write on it on my phone, but I can see everything on my phone. So if I have to refer to something, it's always on my phone, and then it's always on my laptop. Um,
Right.
yeah, but very effective. It's called Good Notes, and if you don't have a Mac, the window equivalents are Google Keep and Microsoft OneNote. Now I've used Microsoft OneNote, and that is pretty good.
Mm.
That allows you to do just about everything too. Um, but this Good Notes is really effective if you want to keep track of your stitching. Um, you know, threads you own or projects you're working on, or just make some notes.
Right.
You could easily drop charts in here and mark them off with a with a highlighter, because you can, like, here's a highlighter and you can um, well, I can't do it now because I well, here I can do it with this, so you can
Oh,
highlight.
cool.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, so there's all kinds of things. So anyway, I just wanted to show that if people are looking for an app that is powerful and will allow you to do just about everything to keep track of your needlework. It really is very, very effective. And I can show one other thing I did. This is uh, when I was remodeling down in the basement to make my workout room. Did I keep that? Oh, yeah, here it is. So here what I did is I took pictures when I
Oh,
was, and
right.
then you can annotate the pictures and drop them
Mm-hmm.
in here.
Yep.
And so
And then when
all,
you go to the store, you have all the measurements and stuff.
exactly. And that's the thing is I do this on the iPad and then it transfers to my phone. And so I just have my phone at the store and then I know all the numbers and measurements that I want and you write anything on there.
Right.
And you can annotate photos with anything, but this
Yeah.
is just really handy. And then make your
Cool.
list of parts and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
this was when it was all just shortly after we moved in. I was making all the
Right.
measurements and then yeah, see here's my drawing and what I was going to put in, and
Nice.
yeah, so it's just really an effective. It's really well done. A lot of students use it to take notes in school, and
Right.
there's several YouTube channels that offer how to use it and how to make the most of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of help. So you're um,
Yeah. I mean, I can do a lot of the same things in my books on my at, the Apple books, but
mm-hmm,
this can do like a lot more with the dropping and the pictures and all that
right,
kind of stuff. This
yeah,
is more advanced, but I use my Apple books for all of that's where I put all my charts
uh-huh,
and I can write on them and stuff there too. But I don't
yeah,
need the more advanced thing, but this, like, if you take a lot of notes like you do and stuff, and
yeah.
like you said, for the kids for school, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, because like at that conference, I mean, I just all my notes go right in here, so I'm not dealing with
Right.
paper and pen.
And you're
And
still writing, which is faster than trying to type it out on the
right,
keyboard,
oh yeah, exactly.
you know,
Yep.
because
And you can
that gets
drop recordings
cumbersome.
in. You can, like, I record talks, and you can drop the recording in there. You can
That's
do,
cool.
yeah, all kinds of things. But so anyway, I just wanted to bring that up as a thing that people might want
Nice.
to do.
Yeah. I also use I think it's the X Stitch app,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I paid, like, what, $2 or something for it. But every time I start a new project and then finish it, I do log it in there.
Uh-huh.
and then make any notes and stuff. And then, of course, for my knitting, crochet, and yarn spinning, I use Ravelry.
Yeah. Right.
But I've been really good about, when I start something, I put it in, and then when I finish it, I make that note, and you can put a picture and stuff. I really like it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't put all of my, like, if I buy charts and stuff, I don't record that. And I don't record all of, like, my floss and fabric. I mean, you can, but I don't. That's way too much work.
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah.
enough. It's enough for me to record the beginning and ending of a project, and that's about as far as I go.
Okay. Sandy, Sandy, no, I think it is stored locally, but also on the cloud, so it'll transfer. But I'm pretty sure. Um, well, let me just see here. That's a good
You can
question.
always, in your settings, you can always
Here,
the
let me just.
tell your phones and stuff which stuff to save to the cloud and which not to.
Yeah, let me just see.
You can make that choice.
Okay, I turn. Oh, I can't. Here, I'm gonna disconnect it. See now I got to know. I have to take it off the. Here, I'll let you look at Jennifer too. I have to take it off the laptop to be able to do it, but I think. Yeah, it's all stored here. It's stored locally, and then it also.
Oh, we got a weirdo-ness in our feed.
Oh, geez. Speaking of garbage.
I know, right?
Did I get them all? I did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Ravelry. If you record all of your knitting needles and all of your stuff, then if you have a fire and stuff and you
Oh.
can prove that you have it, then you can get it reimbursed and
Oh,
stuff.
see, that's good to
I've
know.
heard that from a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, some people really do. They load all their stash in, how much it costs, where they bought it. I don't do that either. I
Yeah.
just load the projects I start and finish.
Well, see,
And I
that's good
do
to
go
know.
back.
Because
Yeah.
that's something we had our annual HOA meeting last night, and it was the
Mm-hmm.
insurance for the HOA for all the property, and talking about having your personal insurance so there aren't any gaps. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then she talked about making sure you have enough coverage for all your belongings. And I started thinking of all this needlework stuff, and I should probably have, yeah. So
Oh
so it's
yeah.
worth it to make that list too. Take pictures and everything. So back to it looks like it stores it locally, but I know it puts it on the cloud too because it's always backed up, Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
So both ways. But I just use iCloud. I just have the free iCloud. Well, I pay for more iCloud now because I use it
I
so
do
much.
too.
But yeah, I use it so much I went past the 1 terabyte. But
Yeah.
or the whatever it is, I just went right to 2 terabytes. Forget it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. But you get like with the Microsoft one and with iCloud, you get a lot of space. So for free. So
And
it's
then I
not.
do like on my I will read you on the iPad in the books. You can remove the download without deleting the file. So it's still in the cloud, but it's not in the space on your device.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. I will remove the download, but it's remove download or delete everywhere. And if you delete everywhere, you delete it off the cloud as well.
Yeah.
So unless you want to do that, you don't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I do if I take a picture of a chart because I want to zoom it in. And then when I'm done with it, I delete everywhere so it takes it off the cloud and everywhere so it's not out there or it can't
Yeah.
get out there accidentally and cause a copyright problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but like if you download, you buy a chart from somebody and you download it and you're done with it, you can remove the download from your device without deleting it from the cloud so you can always get it back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you free up space on your device.
Yeah. 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 The cloud is advantageous in a lot of ways, and there's so much free space. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many. Just about everybody who has a cloud operation will give you a big chunk of free space, and for most people, that's more than they'll ever use. So,
Right.
but I mean, I use it because I store a ton of photos and magazine files and that kind of stuff. So it gets eaten up. But for most people, it's just there's plenty of space. But so anyway, Good Notes is something to take a look at. Or Microsoft OneNote is I've actually used that, so I can say that that's an equivalent software, and it's free. Good Notes is free to try for like a couple of months, and then you have limited availability, and then to get full access, it's $10 one time. It's just a one-time thing. It's not every month or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, watch those. Watch for those where it's every month, because yeah, you can get yourself a whole bunch of those going and not realize it.
So Martha's idea is good about taking pictures of her kidded projects and saving them to a folder called UFOs on her phone. And then when you're ready to start something new, you can be like, what do I have? You don't have to go digging through.
Yeah.
You can just look on your phone and go, I have that and that and that. Oh, that looks good. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's good. That's good. Notability. I have used Notability. Yes, I agree. It's that's a good one too. Notability is very good. That's Notability and Good Notes are the two that most of the med school students and others that do these YouTube videos. It's usually a battle between those two, which is best. Yes, Zoriana. That's glad you brought that up. Yes, Notability is a really good one. So anyway, just look into those things if you're looking for a way to document, especially. You know, if you're taking classes, long-term classes, like a Natalie Dupuis class, where it's going to be over the course of several months, or Tricia and Wynn or whatever, and you got a bunch of documents, you can all store all that in there, make all your notes on it, do everything, and then it's all in one spot. It's just really handy.
Nice.
So, yeah. All right. I think it's going to be it. I do.
Oh, is it time?
It's
yeah. Yes, my handy dandy watch says. Isn't it so cool? Every time, and then when you look, it moves and stuff. It's not moving now because I'm not looking at it, but
yeah, it's cool what you did.
Cool.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
I just took that December tamari flower, and I just cropped the picture to where just the flower was in, and then I put it in, and it does it. It's under this kaleidoscope.
Yeah,
you can use your own picture. I was like. It's so awesome. I love it.
Yep. Okay, Zoriana uses Notability for school. Yeah, that's the school, the university students in particular. Yeah, they're very powerful tools. Wish I'd had that when I was in school instead of carrying around.
Here was my tool right now.
I know. Yeah, and 15 spiral notebooks and yeah.
I had really good handwriting back then, and now when I try to write anything,
yeah.
It'll start out good. By the time I get to the third word, my hand's cramping up and it looks like
my writing's legible to me and only me. Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right, we're out. Send your email right there, quick. Send it if you haven't to get in the drawings, because I'm going to go make the drawings right now. No Stitch Hour next week, but we will have a Wednesday podcast, and we will have a Sunday podcast with Helen Stevens and a Wednesday podcast, but we will not have the Stitch Hour next Wednesday night, because I'm going to grandson Christmas concert. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yep. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye. Where is it? There it is. We're out.